Well, it's that time of the year. I just got back from the Newport, Oregon 2024 Wine and Seafood Fest. I got a bunch of footage. If you've ever wondered what this is like or just what people like to do for fun along the Oregon coast, this will be a great video for you. Stick around. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel Living on the Oregon Coast. I am your host, Seth Marchant, licensed real estate broker in the state of Oregon. Whether it's your forever home or a second home, I've helped a lot of people buy homes along the Oregon coast. If you're somebody that's thinking about taking the next steps, I invite you to reach out. In this video, I'm going to take you through very quickly some of the details for the Newport Wine and Seafood Fest. Then I'm going to show you a bunch of footage from the inside so you can really get a feel for what it's like. This event takes place every year in February, around mid to late February. It's a 4-day event, Thursday through Sunday. The footage I'm going to show you here in just a moment is from Saturday. That's usually when it's the busiest. I understand Sunday is pretty quiet. Haven't been in Sunday yet. I think that's when a lot of the locals go. Here's your prices. There's a couple different packages. I will say buy your tickets early. We bought our tickets day of. As you can see right here, a Saturday ticket is $32. When we bought it day of, it had gone up online to $36. And as you can see, you can still buy tickets at the door for $39. What does that get you? Well, it gets you in. But if you want something more than that, they do have some VIP passes. I can't tell you too much about the VIP tent or what that comes with. I haven't experienced that yet. Perhaps next year. But everything is going to be listed right here for you. As you can see, the Sunday ticket, only $12. If you're looking to save, probably the best day to go. Commemorative wine glass, $5. You don't need to buy one of these glasses. You can bring your own glass. A lot of people do. And of course, if you don't have a glass, any of the vendors are going to have something for you to drink out of there. So what are we talking about with your ticket? What do you get on the inside? Over 50 Pacific Northwest wineries under one tent. It has been a little bit larger in the past. It hasn't quite got back to its size that it was pre-COVID. But I think the tent was larger than last year. And again, this footage I'm going to show you is from Saturday. It wasn't too crowded in there. You're going to see some of the best seafood on the Oregon coast, served by over 20 local chefs, over 70 Pacific Northwest artisans to shop. There's a beer garden, and there is other food other than seafood as well. So if you're not a big wine person, not a big seafood person, there are going to be some other things for you. All of your wine vendors listed here, like I mentioned, about 50 of them. If you're familiar with Oregon wine, I believe everybody's from Oregon. Wouldn't be surprised if there's somebody there from Washington, but these are all local people. So if you're familiar, you'll probably see some names that you recognize in here. We've got over 100 vendors listed right here on the website if you want to go through those. And if you're curious about, they do have a few competitions. A lot of people traveling or moving to the Oregon coast oftentimes like to inquire about chowder. And so there is a chowder competition. This year, Local Oceans Seafoods took first place. Bayside Cellars took second place. And Soup & Co. took third place. Local Oceans is right off of Bay Boulevard in Newport. Highly recommended. Show you a picture of what it looks like from the second floor. They've got 2 floors in that restaurant. Second floor gives you a nice little view. Aside from chowder, the crab mac, you'll see a lot of people walking around with crab mac. The line was somewhat ridiculous. In fact, the line to get in, there really wasn't much of a line to get in. The line to wait for the crab mac was longer than the line was to get into the event. We did wait for it. It moved fairly quickly. It's not cheap, too, as you can see. And crab mac's kind of been a thing every year, or at least in recent years. A few fun other little wrinkles with the Wine and Seafood Fest. Everybody's favorite song is Sweet Caroline by Neil Diamond. Whenever that song comes on, everybody starts to sing along. It's really fun. So all in all, what type of event is this? This is just really a bunch of people getting together under a tent and having some fun. You don't, like I said, have to like wine or necessarily like seafood. As you can see, through some of the footage, and I'm going to leave you here in just a moment to show you a bunch of footage just walking through the event so you can really get a feel for it. One thing you're going to notice, it is an older demographic. Maybe if you're worried about an event like this where a lot of people are drinking and maybe people acting crazy, it's not one of those events. I think the demographic here is just too old. So despite the amount of alcohol, not going to see people getting too crazy. And on that note too, one great thing about this event is that there is a free shuttle bus to take people around. Let me show you a little map of all the places they'll pick you up. Usually takes about 30 to 45 minutes waiting at one of these stops. The Wine and Seafood Fest is right down here, so bus will pick you up at any one of these spots, take you here, and then they'll take you back when you're ready. There's also a lot of volunteer drivers around. We were fortunate enough to get picked up by one, and the fare is just whatever you want to tip. You do have Uber. There's a lot of local taxis, although Uber is newer in Newport. There's only a couple people, I think, so far that are offering Uber. But as far as driving, shouldn't have any trouble getting a ride to and from the Seafood Fest. Lots of different ways to get there, and inexpensive too. You're also going to have some entertainment. There's a fair amount of music throughout this event as well. So now I'm just going to leave you with some footage just walking through the event so you can really get a feel for what it looks like. Again, my name is Seth Marchant, licensed real estate broker in the state of Oregon. We've helped a lot of people buy homes on the Oregon coast. If you're somebody that's thinking about taking the next steps, I invite you to reach out. You can call, text, or email. You can also hit that QR code if you're watching from TV. That'll take you to our website where you can find all of our contact information. Hope to see you at the Newport Wine and Seafood Fest next year. If you see me there, probably be there on Saturday. Feel free to come up and say hi. Now I'm going to leave you with some footage walking through.